That's what I found out.
What?
So you know how they formulate that DNA test?
How they formulate it? I don't know how they formulate it.
Okay. If you did a DNA ancestry test, anybody, I encourage y'all to go look at your results, right? They go look at all the people that they say is related to you. Click I think it's called the paternal trait or some mess like that. And it's going to pop up everyone on a map. It's like it's going to show a map with all the little faces on it, right? It's going to show every single person that's your first cousin, second cousin, people that's not even popped up on your family tree. It's going to pop up everybody. And those are people that took a test, right? And they said these people that took the test are related to you. This is basically what they're saying. So, when I showed Port City my DNA results, right? And I showed that 1% Peruvian and that 1% indigenous Mexican stuff.
Yeah.
Check this out. Tell me why. This would for to get crazy. Tell me why one person popped up in Mexico on the map. I can show you live time. One person popped up on the map on Mexico, and one person popped up in Peru, and one person popped up in the Virgin Islands.
Wow.
Now, when you look at the results, it says 1% Mexican, 1% Peruvian. But I don't got nothing about the Caribs on my stuff, but somehow they on there. So that 1% Mexico, 1%, that 1% Peruvian, 1%. They literally making your results based off people and their locations of where they at. But when it comes down to south of North America, they flopped it and put everybody in Africa, saying all these people in South America, I mean South North America is Africans. That's basically what they saying. So I went to the part when they say, okay, you got a your cap. Watch this. Watch this. Hold up. So
Yeah, look at
let
that.
me make the screen different real quick.
I got you.
He said, I'm cap. I'm cap. Okay. I'm gonna show you how much of a cap I am. Let me show you.
Your wife said, "Don't let nobody bait you."
She can say what she want. I'm doing what I please. But check this out.
Let me switch it. Dang, hold on a second.
Okay. Now, all y'all get y'all a little picture of my DNA results because I don't care. Because I already did my research into this stuff. Now, take a good look, right? This is how I know they make shit up as they go. So there go the 1% Indigenous Americas Mexico and where it's at. And there you go, the Indigenous Americas of Bolivia and Peru, right? So it's showing up these two, right? Now pay attention to this map. It said, oh, I got people here, 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 people here, 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 right?
Mhm.
So watch this shit. So let's go look at those real people. Okay, let's go look at those real people. We're gonna click. We're gonna click View DNA Matches, right? We're gonna click. There go my paternal, and there go my maternal. Now what we're gonna do is click right here. It says we're gonna click right here on this part. It says by location.
Wait, I want to say one thing for the people real quick. For the people that said this mean he's mixed, no, it doesn't. It's just telling you where your
Oh no,
relatives
no.
are.
They can shut up with that mixed stuff because everybody in America is mixed, so they can shut the hell up with all that.
It's
There,
just
if you living in America right now, in the Americas, and you claim to be 100%, you a fucking lie because you will have to live in a place like this and mix in with the same old people. I mean, I'm talking about some almost on some ancest type mess, but distant cousin type stuff. You have to live on a remote place like this to be 100% whatever you talk about. So y'all can shut the hell up with that mix shit. Everybody mix,
I was just
whether you like it or not.
I just want to
But
give I just want to tell them that This act for me, this doesn't technically mean you're mixed. It just tells you where your relatives are.
Oh
It's
yeah,
easy
yeah.
to see.
So check this out. These are the real peoples that they say are related. We're gonna get to Africa. Oh, we're gonna get to Africa. Remember, these are all the matches. These are all the peoples by parent. 8,433 people that took the test. 6,697 people that took tests, and it says I'm related to my first cousin all the way down the line, right? Now watch this shit. No, by default, if y'all say I'm African, after I show you this shit, that means how fucked up your mind is. This really show how fucked up your mind is, right? Now check this out. Remember that 1% Mexican I showed you?
Yeah.
Where you see that 1%? Where you see that 1% at? There he is, right there. And what color is he? What you look like?
Look at it right there.
Okay. Oh, okay. Who's original? Okay, come on. Let's go down here closer to Central America. She mixed.
Yeah, she is. I can see it.
She mixed. That's Bolivia. And they said Bolivia and Peru. Now check this out. When I go back to that DNA results, right?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta do it side by side because people understand, because they say, oh, you cap. Okay, I'm cap. You could go do this, you could do this shit yourself and see yourself and show you that I'm not lying. They making DNA results based off your location of where you are now and just make up shit and say, okay, 5,000-6,000 years from now, before you was in this location. But there's no proof to prove it. So like when you look at this, when you go back to the results, right? Again, when you go back down, it says Indigenous Americas. 1%. Indigenous America, Mexico. 1%. It said Peru and all that stuff. I just showed you two goddamn in that area. So what is DNA ancestry test is doing? They saying you're this particular person because the person that took the test that live in that location showed that, hey, you are related to that person. Not by no person that's 400 or 500 years ago. They not doing that shit. Now, you remember I told you I got an ancestor from Wales? The Aboriginal Wales I told you about?
Yeah.
Let's look at her. This who she is. That's a whole black woman. A whole N-word.
Look at that face. Her nose. She look like my grandma.
But what do they say? They say, oh, since you got the bloodline, you're a white person. I keep telling y'all there's black people that came here from those places, and they was not Africans. Those are the original people of those lands. And look, if you see my face, we got kind of like the same eyes. But let me show you the one who I believe is Asiatic. How come my DNA test results don't pop up nothing in the Virgin Islands and the Caribs? Look at this woman. Hold up. I don't want you to see her information. I just want you to see her face. Virgin Islands. Yeah. Why she didn't pop up?
Everybody in the Americas.
In the Americas. And look, if you can see her eyes, she got that, what my wife called Chinese eyes too. So when you look, now, all my people is in the Americas. All my people is in the Americas. One in Wales, none in South America, but in the Caribs. Now, when we look at Africa, and they said we Africans so bad, where's the African relatives?
There is none.
Yeah, and when you're doing it, you still putting her on.
Where's the African comments? Where's the African relatives? I got the European relative. I got the Mexican relative, and I'll show you how it showed 1% Mexican and a 1% so-called Peruvian. And that it reflected on my DNA results based off the people in the locations. So they not going back all the way 400 400 or 500 years down the line say, oh, you this because of this. No, they looking at people who's alive today and that's living in that location. Since they live in that location today, they automatically say, oh, you this person. Except if your people inhabit South America, South of North America, they automatically gonna say you're African with no proof. With no proof. But how you gonna be African with no relatives in Africa today? That doesn't make no fucking sense. So y'all can stop with this DNA bullshit. Cause they sit up here finessing y'all, taking y'all money, and they only telling you who you are based off the locations where these people took the test today. That's it. So stop the DNA result shit. Cause this shit just got exposed. And I talked to one, and she basically said this same shit. No, he said anger leads to my pal. No, intelligence, freedom, truth leads to my pal. Stepping outside the box leads to my pal. Not someone that's gullible and just listen to anything that they come by that's handed down by the governments. This is literally called thinking outside of the damn box. How you African with no relatives in Africa? How you African with no relatives in Africa? When white people take a test, these results, right? They match them to the individuals that lead them to their land and show them their first cousins, second cousins, and all them in those lands, right? Right? Am I right or wrong, people? I know I'm right. Because they show you the people who took the test and say, oh, and then they're going to produce the record on how this person is related to you. They use genealogical records and they use locations to pinpoint who the hell you is. But those for them that's got a conflict of interest, such as slavery and changing the narrative, they would change the location of where you is and lie and say where you come from with no people, no common ancestors in those lands whatsoever. The only way you can say you're somebody, look at where these people are today. And that share the same link between you and genealogy. That's all I tell y'all to do. Look at those people. Go to the DNA matches and click by location and see. Look at all those people that so-called got the same DNA results as yours or whatever. And look at their locations. Because some of y'all people ain't gonna pop up like this individual in the Caribs. I wonder why. Because I know I'm more American than any damn thing.
You know what's crazy? The fact that when y'all take these tests and stuff like that, I want y'all to pay attention to how if they're telling you about where your people come from, notice how nothing pops up for the Americans, really. Just notice that. If most of the people that you're related to are over here, why is most of your blood going to West Africa? Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. That means they're canceling out the Americas for you and only focusing on the other side. That's all they're doing. That's all they're doing. And that's letting me know that you, Brother Nacho, are mostly, you probably like 90, 80% American. That's what I see.
No matter what, no matter how they try to put it, no matter how they try to angle it, you're going to have to show me they common ancestor in Africa if I am an African. You got to show me my relatives in Africa from Ancestry.com to show me that I'm African. I just showed you proof that Ancestry.com show you who you're related to by by geographic reasons. And I showed you from a geological way that all the people I'm allegedly related to. It show you the pinpoints of every last one of them. Not one damn person in Africa, yet I'm African. Doesn't make fucking sense. And they even said enough people in Africa they said people in Africa ain't even taking that damn test. So how the hell you African? They said they don't even got enough data to even claim if somebody from the Americas is African.
And definitely with the Gullah Geechee, y'all be talking about the Gullah Geechee and the connection. Gullah Geechee were taken in West Africa, man. When y'all actually do the research, y'all gonna find out that most of the percentages of the Gullah Geechee maternal lineage cannot even be found nowhere in Africa at all. That's talking about their mamas. We talking about almost half the Gullah Geechee cannot be found. None of their blood can be found in Africa. That means the other half, a great portion.
What happened to the guy that said I was Cap? What happened to him? Oh, you just vanished, huh? Oh, there. No, that ain't him. Oh, you just vanished, huh?
Yeah, he probably did. Yeah, they usually dip. You know, they usually leave. Like they usually just dip out of here. You ain't got really nothing else to say.
Yeah, but I just show your own stuff you see for yourself. And if y'all could show me the relative that's in Africa from your line, then big whoopee. You got one relative in Africa or two relatives in Africa. But most likely, if you do, that means it's a possibility that you're an immigrant from the 18th century that came over here on their own free will, like during the Great Immigration, such as Ellis Island and all them other places. Orphan babies. I don't see nobody being linked up to these orphan babies for some reason.
And that's ballistic. Hey, for you guys, you know, we be on YouTube and stuff like that. You know, if y'all can go on there, you know, show love on our YouTube. I got my other link in the bio, but it's Monty Muse. It's Monty Muse on YouTube,
Because
and it's naturalism. It's naturalism of